Welcome back to Let's Play Battlefield 1942 on yet another bonus episode. Today we're revisiting Battle of the Bulge, and we've already done both Axis and Allies, so let's see if we can get another aspect. Here we're going to go in as Axis. Okay, that guy jumped in the Tiger. This is the other area where you can spawn in at the main base. The main area has all the tanks, but they're all occupied, even the artillery, which is usually left to just sit and rot. It's been taken too, so I'm going to be on foot, which is definitely an unusual angle to take on this map. It's very difficult to be relevant on Battle of the Bulge if you're just infantry because there's so much armor swirling around. And of course infantry is usually not the best class to make a big impact getting kills and stuff. Medic is, but the advantage to playing as engineer on the Allied side, of course, is you get to do all that defense. On the German side, you really don't get to do that as much. But if you're lucky, you can get in close and make use of the landmines against the Allied tank. Alright, I just used the parachute technique there. If you get knocked off a ledge by splash damage, you can avoid dying by parachuting down for some reason. I guess it's a glitch in the game. If you get knocked up into the air and then land on flat ground, you're just going to die. But if the ground that you were supposed to land on is lower, then you'll be alright if you use the parachute. Alright, I knocked out a couple of guys there. With any luck, those were engineers who were going to set landmines or X-packs on that bridge, and knocking them out should make things a little bit easier for the friendly tanks to get across. For some reason I'm not hitting these stationary targets, even though I hit a moving one earlier. There we go. I actually find it easier to aim with standing up and moving around with the sniper rifle, even though you're not supposed to be able to do that because of that technique that I use. But the way the engineer rifle determines whether or not a shot's going to be dead on is still kind of a mystery to me. Looks like I've got a good bit of support over here to attack this flag. And there goes the support. Okay, I guess he didn't see me. He was too occupied with those other guys. Now, what's nice about having a dead medic pack around is that you can switch over to it if you're another class, heal yourself, and then grab your original weapon if you want to. Actually, I'll probably need the medic gun if I want to attack this flag. Let's get a quick scan. Yeah, it's empty. I'm going to use that medic gun. The heavy tank that spawns in there is going to be headed over toward the bridge, so I may be able to cap the flag out from underneath him. And actually, I'm going to do a little bit of multitasking here. If you've got a long-range weapon handy, you can attack someone who's going for another flag while you kind of position yourself ready to attack the flag that's closer to you. I got one hit on, but whoops, forgot to reload. Yeah, he's over by those sandbags. He may be healing himself anyways, so I'm probably not going to be able to get over to him. You know, I actually thought we had stopped the ticket bleed pretty quickly. I mean, we took that windmill without too much resistance, and yet we are still down by quite a bit, around 70 tickets or so, which is not very good. Granted, we do have the uncapturable base, so we could do a full cap out, but still, it's pretty tough for the Axis, given the fact that we're pretty good about stopping the ticket bleed, and we're still down so much. Should be one more spawn wave before this goes neutral. There we go. And I didn't see that guy spawning on the other side of me. Luckily I had some backup. I think the idea of this map, though, is that the Germans have so many tanks that they should get a really good kill-to-death ratio. So I would expect, based on that, and another medic pack handy to fill up my health. Of course, I like the German version of this gun better. But anyways, I would expect with a better kill-to-death ratio, using the tanks, we should narrow that gap a bit, even if we don't manage to do a full cap out. And I don't think they're going to be ticket bleeding us again. Whenever you go by the church, you've got to check the steeple there, because there's almost always someone in there, usually a sniper. Not that they're a huge threat, but it's a free kill. One bad shot on that guy. I don't know why that second one missed. Let's see if he's going around this way. The X-Pac should. No, I guess that was a fake out, or he got scared going around the other way. But it's funny, there was a church where I used to live that had a steeple that looked just like that whenever I'd walk by. This was when I first started playing this game. Whenever I walked by, I'd always instinctively look up there. A little bit of a blend with the video game world and real world. Hopefully you're not going to see too much of that if you play a lot of Grand Theft Auto. You may be tempted to start driving toward the sidewalk. I'm gonna, since the Allies are stuck in their city flag and the main base, their capturable main base, I'm just gonna bypass that city flag. Taking it with a tank is always kind of awkward, and they're probably gonna have infantry over there shooting bazookas or setting up landmines. It looks like we've got some people headed that way already. This hill is very convenient because you can very easily just kind of bypass that entirely, and even bypass Allied tanks from the main base if they're guarding that city flag. And you can head right over to the main, and in fact you can swing around behind their main base, which puts you in a really good position, because often you can strike their tanks right in the rear and get a one-shot kill. Thought I heard some bullets whizzing by. Yeah, we've already narrowed the gap to around 50 tickets, actually less than that now. And as time goes on, without their windmill tank or their river tank, it's going to be even more difficult for them. I'm going to see if I can help out this friendly tank. He was on a repair pad, so he probably didn't need the help, but it's always nice to show some solidarity, especially if there's just two of you attacking their main base. We definitely have opportunities to sow confusion over here. And there's their artillery that spawns in. But someone else got it. The Tiger tank has awkward angling with the cannon. I couldn't get it just low enough to shoot quite right at him, but if you move front and back, for some reason it'll angle up even more. There we go, some splash damage. For some reason that knocks him out of the tower as opposed to killing him. And if you don't know for certain that a friend is going to jump into an enemy tank that spawns in, always a good policy to disable it. This is a trickier flag to attack than it looks, because there's always people spawning in unexpected places with landmines and bazookas. But yeah, we've got all the flags and we're inflicting ticket bleed on them very quickly. So we are in excellent shape here, even if they manage to capture another flag, which is usually the windmill, which happens to be undefended at the moment. But no, we got them all. So this is a very, very short round of Battle of the Bulge on Let's Play Battlefield 1942.